What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Cooking with Clams. I'm here on the Long Island Sound with my friend Michael. Now, you'll remember him from the black fishing episode where he outfished me to an embarrassing level.
No one, you didn't have to say that.
It's the truth. But today, we're going out for fluke. The bite's been really good, and they've been catching them kind of locally. So, of course, we're going to go far away.
Yep.
That's
Central
the plan.
Long Island Sound area.
Central Long Island Sound area.
As we'll get.
All right, there you go. But yeah, so fluke right now are 3 per person, 19 inches. So you got to pick through a lot of small ones. But the bait in the water right now is called sand eels, and they've been rampant. So the fluke have been going nuts and actually sticking to the area. So fingers crossed, we come up with some good fish, and you guys get to watch. It followed it up. All right, so we had one fluke follow. I've had a couple of nibbles, but have we drifted much? No, right? Gonna throw in a little bit heavier weight to hold bottom. We're drifting pretty fast, so swap these out.
Probably short.
All right, Michael's on as usual. On the teaser. Hey. I don't know, what do you think? That's about 17?
For sure.
All right, first fluke in the boat. 15.
16.
16. All right.
Nice short.
You know, I hate.
That's encouraging.
That is encouraging. I hate to admit now, that was about the size of the one that followed up. So
Okay.
it wasn't a keeper, but how much weight do you have on?
I think a 2-ouncer.
2 ounce, yeah. I have only one. I'm getting taken out pretty far. I had one again follow up.
Oh, it's nice fish.
Nice, yeah.
Oh, it's a sea robin.
Oh yes, the first sea robin of the day. Perfect.
We're gonna cut some strips.
There you go. Oh yeah, that's bait. Oh, that is a monster sea robin. That sea robin's huge. They are a beautiful fish,
Pretty
man.
nuts, dude.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. It's a fish. It's better than no.
Turn them this way, dude. They're gorgeous.
Crazy looking.
So people hate these things because the head is enormous.
Spikes
And then,
all over.
yeah, and those, you clean enough of them, meaning like pull them off, your fingers go numb at the end of the day because these are venomous, very low venom, but the fillets on them, they're little to nothing.
Yeah.
So what Michael's talking about, he has a drift sock out. So when we first got out here, the tide had just started moving, and we were initially getting like hit after hit. We were getting hit after hit, and then as it picked up, everything died. So he threw the drift sock in, slowed us down, and we started getting hits again. I haven't had anything of substance to show you guys yet, but the day is early. But yeah, that thing is MVP. That's amazing. Small fluke. Hey.
There you go.
All right. Very small fluke.
It's life.
All right. On the board, correct species, wrong size. So that's a lot of what's happening is that we got the small guys that are biting the tails of the buck tails and the gulp. Oh!
Little guy.
That's probably the same one I just sent down.
We're all on this shoal right here. We're getting into shallow water.
All right. Hey, if there's a bunch of small ones, there might be a big one mixed in. It's possible. Look, look, that's bass. All right, we got 2 fish and we got bass right here.
Oh, there we go. Perfect.
Grab my rod set up. Do you have a top water on? They're hitting top water right now. I don't know if that's bass or blues. Oh, they're right in front of us. Come on, buddy. I got other fish to catch that are maybe the right size. All right, we're back to fluking. That was, I mean, fish were busting probably about 30 feet in front of us. And of course, they're still diving on them there.
Yeah, there's definitely bass just chasing around.
All right, we're gonna keep fluking. At some point, we might move into where those birds are just to see. But boats around us are bringing up some small fluke. Haven't seen anything big yet, but there is life and they are biting. Okay, so just for insurance, we are gonna hold on to this guy, and I'm probably gonna I've done it once before on the channel, but I'd like to do something kind of interesting with the most hated fish on Long Island. Actually, it's probably a toss-up between dogfish and sea robins are the most hated, but we're gonna do a recipe with this one unless we come up with a nice big fluke or a bass or something else. But if not, we'll do something good with this. I don't know.
It's white. It's a big porgy.
That's a
That's
big
huge
porgy.
You need the net?
No.
No.
There we
Nice,
go.
There we go.
There we go. Welcome back to New York.
That's what we love.
Holy cow. That's a honker of a porgy.
There we are. You just have to feed him a little bit.
Oh,
Oh, shoot.
what in the world do you have?
Is something foul hooked? I don't know. Is that a ray?
Or is it? All right, well, of course, because I got a porgy, Michael had to
What the heck is going on here?
catch something huge. All right, we're gonna put this guy.
Need something in the chum pot. Oh, come on, buddies.
I'm very interested. Are you gaining on him or no?
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
Is the chum pot line getting looser? Can't tell.
No.
Okay.
No.
It's got to be a foul hooked, like sea robin. Oh, it's a ray.
It's a ray.
It's a huge. Oh my god.
Is it a ray or is it a skate?
It's a giant skate type ray. You could eat this thing, dude.
Oh yeah.
Yo, you're eating this thing? Holy shit. Nice, dude. Oh my god,
All right.
this is a monster.
All
Let's
right,
clear
let me.
some stuff out
Yeah.
off the deck here.
All right, we got the porgy situated. Now, there you go.
A giant skate. First time.
All right, tell me, do you want to net him?
Yeah, let's net him. Okay. Do you want to cook this guy?
You know, no. The only reason why is because I got those two. So because I'm not gonna cook them, what do you think? Just get him up and.
Yeah.
Oh, he is foul hooked.
Kind of hooked me with those.
Yeah.
Let me see if I have
They are beautiful, and they are, believe it or not, they are delicious. You cut the wings off and they actually make fake scallops out of them. But that is
interesting catch.
Yeah. Nice work.
Wow.
It is a flatfish. I
Bring it
thought
on the boat or no?
no, because getting it back up is going to be a nightmare. Picking it up rather. All right, so we're gonna dehook this guy. So they don't actually have a barb on them, like a ray would.
Bye bye. Oh, go.
Flip over, come on, man.
Flip over.
There you go.
There he goes. Wow.
Cool catch.
Crazy, dude. That was a first.
So a while back when I went fishing with Elias on his beach down in North Carolina, we were targeting those, trying to get them to come in. But yeah, I have the porgy in there. I have the sea robin. I got a recipe in mind. I'm just not one of those people that take fish unless I know exactly what I'm going to do with it. And for the wow factor of cooking it for you guys, I'm not going to do that either. So we let that guy go. But that was a cool catch, man.
Oh yeah, really cool, man.
Hold on.
Oh, blowfish.
Hold on.
I love blowfish.
That is a tiny, tiny blowfish.
Yeah.
Dude, you're going for the trash can slam.
Oh
You
my
got the
God,
sea robin, a
beautiful.
skate, and a blow. Although that's not a trash can fish. That's blowfish are incredible.
These are so cool, man.
Oh.
Buddy, you don't want none of those teeth.
Yeah, no.
None of that.
That'll take a chunk out of your finger.
Look at those eyeballs. They're like neon.
They're gorgeous, gorgeous fish.
Yeah,
There you go.
so cool. Hopefully he deflates because he's gonna float.
Oh,
There
he goes.
That's a pro right there.
All right, so we got a mixed bag. Got a porgy. Welcome back to New York, porgy. I'm happy about it. We're actually going to do something with the porgy and the sea robin. I got a pretty good idea, and the both of them will work perfectly for it. I will get a skate in the future. I'm not worried about it. I want to do one on the channel. The only thing is that I need to really study up on how to clean them. That's another reason I was a little bit reluctant to keep that skate. They are a pain to clean. Or I might take it to my restaurant and have those guys clean it so that I can learn hands-on. It's actually an idea. We're gonna rip it home. We had a couple hours out here. The hunt for the keeper fluke continues, so stay tuned, but not today. Next time I see you, we'll be in the kitchen. All right, so we just got off the water, and I got a special treat for you.
Hi, I'm Mike. How are you?
So Mike makes knives, and he brought a whole bunch here. Now tell me about these knives.
All right. Well, these are handmade, machine made by me. I'm a belt grinder in the basement, as you'll see. Lines are going to run from top to bottom. This is because the belt runs in that particular way. Big difference between a handmade knife and a store-bought knife is that the spine and the choil of the knife are rounded, so you're not going to get any hot spots as you pinch grip and as you cut. So they're also ground to a thinner proportion than you'd see with a Wusthof or with Henkel's or any type of commercial knife.
Mm-hmm.
They're actually going to be going down to 0.01, or basically that would be I think that's what a thousandth or something like that of an inch. It's very, very small. So you can actually see the bevel of the knife is very, very small, and that just helps for food. All the knives are basically convex, and that just helps for sticking or any type of food release going through it. And hopefully they'll be put to good use.
Yeah,
cutting up some good stuff right here.
Yeah, and what is the name of your company?
I'm at Langevin, Langevin knives on Instagram.
Okay, I'm gonna put it on the bottom so people can click. If they have to remember that, they won't. So.
All right.
But yeah, and if they contact you, they can get a knife.
Absolutely, yeah. That's kind of what we do. Here we make Japanese-inspired knives. I love the aesthetic of it. However, what we've kind of done is taken the European-style chef knife and blended it with the Japanese aesthetic. That's pretty much what we're doing here.
Let me put this in the light here so that you guys can actually see the beautiful handle on there. Incredible. It's got nice weight. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's balanced.
Yeah, they're all meant to be balanced at the pinch. So you're always going to want this. This is what we want. Again, traditional Japanese knives would always be very far forward and balanced. They're usually using magnolia wood. We obviously try and spice the woods up. This is Amboina burl that I got from Indonesia with a little bit of maple burl, G10 spacer just in there just to keep it visually interesting. But yeah, I think you should be able to cut up some spider crabs with this right here. You know what I mean? That's
Well, thank you so much. This is absolutely incredible, and guys, you're going to see him on the channel a lot. And like Mike said, I'll put the information. Go follow him on Instagram. Check out the knives. I think you'll be happy. Mike, I can't even thank you enough. I'm going to show these off right now because they're insane. This is above and beyond anything I would ever expect, and my gratitude is through the roof. Guys, look at these things. Like, I'm beside myself. This is gonna make some good sashimi. This is for cutting veg. These are 2 different size chef knives. And then a little utility knife that honestly, this is going to be really nice for filleting fish. I'm going to tag Mike's Instagram down in the comments. I'm a little bit at a, like, choked up and at a loss for words because Mike had gotten in touch with me and said, "Hey man, can I make you a knife? Your knives suck." Sure. You know, I understand. I'm bad about sharpening my knives, and I thought he was making one knife, and I had no idea that they were going to be this beautiful and this amazing. And he showed up with 5 knives, which is like, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you, and we're going to put them to work. And guys, go check out his Instagram, and if you can, make an order with him. That's the best way that I can send a thank you to Mike, is if one of you guys buys a knife from him. So, all right, let's fillet these fish. Wow. Nothing quite like a sharp knife, I'll tell you that. Oh man, what have I been doing all this time? It's so sharp I actually took that bottom fin with everything. So let's clean that off. Incredible. So I'm actually going to cut these ribs out. We're going to cut out the pin bones, and we're going to actually do these because I have that really nice slicing knife. We're going to do these as sashimi. Alright, so truth be told, I've filleted like, I don't know, maybe 3 of these things in my entire life. And they are a pain to clean because of the head. So turning it on the side like that. So bear with me. And on top of everything, do not take into account if there are any mistakes made here. It is the operator error, which would be me. But how cool of a fish. It's okay. And I know cutting out, a lot of people cut off the heads to make their lives easier. But we're just gonna go in this way. Because if there was ever a time that I would be able to do this, it would be with a super sharp knife. So now is the time. But yeah, these little spikes have a bit of venom in there, and they get into your fingers when you handle them. And it's not terrible, but it's also not great. And their skin is like thick leather. And these are all the reasons that people do not like to keep this fish. But so like anything, get down to the spine. And I also want to show you, I forgot to bleed this fish because we were going to use him as bait. And then I decided to keep them, and I forgot to bleed them. And as you can see, the difference of not bleeding a fish. So up the spine here, And down the other side. But I assure you, that blood is not in the meat. It's just on top there. But there we go. There's our sea robin fillet. Once again, thank you, Mike, for making that so easy. These things are a pain to clean. And I got a really, really nice fillet off of that. And I feel like I'm doing an injustice to the sea robin because I didn't bleed the fish like a dope. But if you guys could get past that, you could see that it really is just white, nice meat. And it looks a lot like blackfish meat. It's very, very similar. But by not bleeding it, I'm really doing it an injustice here. But let's take the skin off of that. Get that one back on ice. But you see, there's almost no bloodline to them, and people turn their nose up to them, but that's a chunky little fillet right there. Now another reason that people turn their nose up to them is all of these pin bones here. But we're gonna work around that and cut right down each side to get away from them. But they do have that prominent bone structure down the middle there, which gets in the way of a lot of the meat. That's okay. So this is the side that's tough because of the bow from the head, but if we hang off the side there, we'll be fine. There you go. Incredible. So one of the ways with this fish that you can actually hold on to a lot more of the meat because of that rib cage. It's hard to tell, but yeah, the rib cage is so prominent and it goes through there, you do lose a good amount of meat if you go to cut it out. Is cooking it whole with the bones in and then going through them. And that's why we say a big one like that is good for fish tacos, because that right there is a hefty fish taco. I can't wait to use this more. That made filleting fish very fun. Okay, I flipped my board over here, so we're on the clean side, and what I want to do is cut this into cubes. And I have here the smaller chef knife. So we're gonna do Salsa Macha tostadas. Now the Salsa Macha part is inspired by a chef, Rick Bayless, who makes some of the best Mexican food. If you don't know him, look him up. The guy is an absolute legend. And one of the reasons that I want to do this is to show that sea robin can actually be eaten raw. Okay, so we are going to cure this a little bit like a ceviche, but not with lime, with lemon, which is way, way less aggressive. So I'm gonna put the lemon on this, and we're actually gonna let it sit overnight. And we will make our tostadas tomorrow, and that way the fish will be lightly cured, but it'll have enough time. That's all we needed was one. This will go in my water. But yeah, I'm gonna cover this, put it in the fridge, and let it sit overnight. Now, I also want to show you guys. I think I threw that porgy in here pretty quickly, yeah. But what a nice job. What a nice job that knife did. And it definitely made my life easy on the sea robin. So Mike, thank you so much. You guys are going to see these on the channel probably every episode here on out. And I promise to take good care of them. So for our Salsa Macha tostadas, we have to make the Salsa Macha. Salsa Macha is an oil-based salsa, so if you've ever had like chili crisp, where it's a bunch of ingredients kind of suspended in oil rather than a smooth paste, that is the Mexican version of this. I have a couple of different dried chilies. These are arbol chilies. They're very spicy. We're gonna leave them with the seeds in, and we're just gonna take them down a little bit here. Whatever seeds fall out, cool. Whatever stay in, good. But real simple. And then we're gonna actually move inside to cook this, just because I need a really controlled heat. Then I have guajillo chilies, and I forget the name of these, but these we are going to take the seeds out of and just tear pieces off, put those aside, and then we'll cut them up just into a little bit smaller pieces. But this is all going onto the stove to soften up even more and then get blended. But this is it. You just tear them apart, and then everything we just tore up, we're just gonna cut into slightly smaller pieces, nothing crazy. Okay, I'm gonna do that to the rest of these, and then we'll move inside and get our oil started. Okay, so first thing, we're gonna start with about a cup and a half of olive oil on medium heat. Okay, we've given that a couple of minutes. I don't want it too warm because I'm gonna put in, I have here raw peanuts. So these are unroasted, unsalted. They're gonna go in. And then a good amount of garlic. And we're gonna keep this on a medium-low heat, and we're basically gonna confit these, but we're toasting them. So when the garlic gets a little bit brown, tan, peanuts get a little bit brown, tan, then we'll add our other ingredients. This is gonna take probably about 10 minutes. So this is about where you want it, just a little bit of bubbling, not frying. We're just slowly confitting the garlic and browning it, like I said. So see you in about 10 minutes. Okay, so we're starting to get a little bit of toasted color on our garlic, and our peanuts are just lightly toasted. That's where we want them. So now we're going to add in some sesame seeds and our peppers. And the difference now is that I'm going to keep stirring this, and this is going to take probably about a minute. Okay, it's been about a minute, and you can smell when the chilies are toasting, and you can see the change in the color of them as well. And like I said, we're on low medium heat so that we don't burn anything like the sesame seeds or anything like that. but everything's taken on just a little bit of color. Now we're going to add about 2 tablespoons of balsamic vinegar. And about the same amount of water. And the reason why we're adding the water is to help soften up the chilies, and we're going to put in about a tablespoon of sea salt. The salt won't dissolve in just oil. It needs the water in there to dissolve and get dispersed through. So we're going to let this cook for about another minute, then let it cool, and then we're going to move over to the blender. Okay, while I have my salsa macha cooling, we're going to fry 2 tortillas for our tostadas. And I'm only doing 2 because that's all I want to eat right now. Okay, let's build our tostadas. So I have here some purple cabbage. Okay, now we have our fish, which has been cured overnight. I still do consider it raw, but it's been cured in the lemon juice overnight. Almost like a ceviche preparation. Almost. Not quite. Then we have our salsa macha. Other than the knives, this is the star of the show here. And dependent on the chilies that you use will really decide whether or not it's spicy. This one is a solid medium. And then we have some cilantro that the sun is just absolutely beating the pants off of. It's wilted immediately in this sun. That's okay. There you go. Our sea robin, porgy, salsa macha tostadas. Let's dig in. Alright, hopefully this doesn't fall apart completely on me. Normally I'd have a little lime, put a little lime on top, but because the fish was cured in lemon, doesn't need it at all. And I can tell which pieces are the sea robin, just because like blackfish, they have these little kind of black veins in them. But granted, it was cured in lemon juice, but it is not fishy. I even left the bloodline on. It's delicious. And that salsa macha, there's so many different recipes for that. There's so many different ways to make it. I go by Rick Bayless. I grew up watching Rick Bayless make food on PBS. Now, it's kind of funny because he's a white guy making Mexican food, but he makes some of the most traditional Mexican food. It's unbelievable. And this is very strongly influenced by his matcha recipe. I strayed from it just a little bit, but for the most part, I use his because it's unbelievable. And it goes great on fish, great on eggs. It's a really, really nice, spicy, chunky salsa. Not your typical salsa. All right. I'm gonna eat my tostadas, and then I'm actually gonna get my stuff together to get back out on the water right now. I have so many ideas, small amount of time here in Long Island. on Long Island. So moving quick here, but I'm happy that I can share the experiences and everything with you guys. And definitely check out those knives. I'm gonna put the link for the Instagram down below. I'll pin it in a comment. Let's show some love. But all right, I'll see you guys on the next one. And the next time you catch a sea robin, make tacos with it. Do something with it. They're not bad. I understand it's not a great yield and you have to supplement it with other fish, but they are a good tasting fish.